Hey guys, welcome to the last week of new material. I've already posted a video kind of looking at a graph and looking at some key features and like kind of what they mean in context of the situation. So I want us to kind of go a little bit further than that and see what we can do. So I'm just going to start you off with the problem. So I'm going to tell you a basketball is being shot, right? Basketball is being shot. So it has a trajectory like this. Whatever it looks like, right? This parabolic shape. So here's what I'm going to tell you. It has roots at x equals 5 and x equals -3. Remember the word roots. Same thing as solutions, x-intercepts, zeros. Where do we cross the x-axis? So I have this parabola that has these roots, and what I want to know is what is an equation that can model this. So I want us to think about this. So I'm going to just draw a quick xy plane, right? So if we think about this, like we're here at 0. Oh, we have very long legs. And we shoot a ball. The ball is going to go like this and land here. So pretend that's a good parabola. I know it's not. But what this means is it's going to hit the ground at 5 seconds. And then why is it -3? Well, remember, we're not on the ground level, right? So unlike the bug jumping, we're not on the ground level. So yeah, we can model this parabola, but it's going to keep coming back if we model it. And the other root's going to be at -3. Okay, that's going to come into play a little bit later, like our next lesson. But here's the question. Forget this diagram for a minute. If I have roots at 5 and -3, what equation is going to model that? Well, here's the deal. We need to get back to our factored form, and we talked about how we do that. We want to move this 5 back over with the x. We're going to subtract 5 from both sides. So on this side, I'm going to have x minus 5, and that's going to equal 0. Over here, I'm going to move this 3 by adding it to both sides. So I'm going to have x plus 3 equals 0. Well, what I can do is say, okay, they're both equal to 0, so x minus 5 times x plus 3, well, that equals 0. Well, now what I can do to get to the full quadratic equation is I can multiply this back out, right? I can say, okay, x times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. -5, don't forget the negative. -5 times x is -5x. And then -5 times 3 is a -15, and that still equals 0. Okay, now I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have x squared is going to give me a -2x. Still keep that -15, and that equals 0. And this is the quadratic equation that models the shot if I have roots at 5 and -3. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you guys. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm not going to do one more with you guys. I'm going to do 2 more with you guys. Okay, so we got this equation right, but I want us to think about that situation. So I'm going to draw this again. So we have these roots. So we think about this. The person's here at 0. They're shooting the ball. There's the ball being shot. Here's the hoop, all that kind of stuff, right? So we have these roots at 5. And then again, like I said, if we go backwards, we're going to get a -3. So I want to ask you a question. If I tell you the maximum height, meaning vertex, if I tell you this maximum is, let me say the height, the maximum height is a -2, does that make sense? I want you to just think about it. Does that make sense? Well, no, it doesn't make sense. I'm starting at 0, which is here. I'm throwing it up. The maximum cannot be a negative number, because that would be way down here, right? So I want us to think about, does this make sense? No. If we come up with this, my maximum should definitely be a positive number. So if we come up with something like this, that means we've made a mistake in our signs or somewhere else. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. But I just kind of want to bring that up today. Okay, I've got one more and then I am done. It kind of goes along the same idea, but this time I'm going to give you a graph. So here's the graph of a soccer ball being kicked. Starts on the ground, goes up, comes down, great. So it has roots at 0 and at 6. I want you to tell me what is the quadratic formula or quadratic equation that will model this. So it's kind of the same idea, but we're just going to take it from a graph. So I know, okay, one x is 0, the other x is 6. Again, I just keep working like I did before. I want to move everything back over. So I'm going to move the 0. Doesn't matter if you add or subtract it because it's 0, right? So I'm going to have x minus 0 equals 0. And again, you don't really need that 0, right? But over here, when I move this 6, I'm going to have x minus 6 equals 0. Okay, well, cool. This turns right back into the last problem, so I'm going to do it over here. So I'm going to take this factor again. It's x plus or minus 0. That doesn't matter, but essentially it's x. So I'm going to take x times this x minus 6. And that equals 0. Well, from here, I know what to do. I can just distribute this. So x times x is x squared. X times this negative 6 is a negative 6x. And that equals 0. And hey, I'm done. No more like terms, nothing else. This is the quadratic equation that models this situation. All right, you guys, I hope this has been helpful. If not, please, please, please join my office hours. Love you guys. Bye-bye.